All right, welcome back to my channel, y'all. And before we get started, I just want to say, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button. Like this video, drop a comment, share this video, and always stay tuned for more content on music and sports. With that being said, we're gonna go right to it. So everybody, wrestling fans, we all saw WrestleMania Saturday, WrestleMania Sunday. All right, so I'm gonna start with WrestleMania Saturday, and I might do a little bonus one too. But we're gonna start with WrestleMania Saturday. WrestleMania Saturday, first match, U.S. Championship match. John Cena versus Austin Theory, who was the champion. And these are my thoughts and opinions. I figured Theory would win. I figured Cena was there to put him over, you know. So I mean, it was okay. It probably could have ended better, but it was okay. The Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits versus Ricochet and Strowman versus the Viking Raiders. That match was also pretty good. There was a lot of high flying action in that match, and from some of the big guys too. Some of the big guys were doing it too. I didn't really have a winner or call a winner for that match, but the Street Profits ended up winning. So that was a pretty good match. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Now, this match right here, I've said it before. When Logan Paul steps in the wrestling ring, the first time he did, it surprised me. It was actually not that bad. And this match was no different. I was kind of thrown off with the Prime Bottle mascot. And, you know, we were all wondering who could it have been, right? One of my friends said it could be Logan Paul's brother, Jake Paul. I was like, it probably could be. And then, like 5 seconds before it was revealed who it was, he was like, no, that can't be Jake Paul. He's too scrawny. And as soon as he said that, he was revealed who it was, and it's KSI. Well, I died laughing. Because for one, I don't know why. I should have expected that. I should have expected to be KSI, but it threw me all off. But that match was good too. Logan Paul, like I said, he didn't disappoint again. 6-woman tag match. Lita, Trish Stratus, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. That match was okay. Lita and Trish, you know, I applaud them for still doing it at the age that they're at. But Lita, she's still a little awkward in the ring. Like, she's still a little, I don't know, she's still a little rough around the edges. Like, she's always kind of been like that. But she was still a little rough in the ring. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. I figured Rey would win. I figured he would win. The whole Bad Bunny thing, I'll get into that later. But the whole Bad Bunny thing, that was a little random. But, I mean, it worked, you know. SmackDown Women's Championship match. I didn't give any ratings for the other matches that I just explained, but I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. SmackDown Women's Championship match. Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Man, that match was probably one of my favorites. The storytelling in that match was awesome on all levels to me. Like, I enjoyed it. And the crowd engagement was like on 100. Like, they were all into it. When Rhea Ripley kind of suplexed Charlotte, I don't know if Charlotte was supposed to land on her feet or she was supposed to just land flat on her face. I mean, flat on her stomach, but she landed flat on her face. Like, she couldn't even break her fall. She landed right on her nose. And I know y'all saw it. She had that mark on her nose. I'm pretty sure she was seeing stars for a little bit. She looked like she was out of it for a little bit. Like, trying to regain her sight back. I know it had to hurt. She fell flat on her face. I know it had to hurt. But she finished the match. That's all that matters. and it was a great match. That was one of my favorite matches. The impromptu match with The Miz and Pat McAfee. It was funny because no one cared about George Kittle. Like, there was no reaction to that at all. You know, it probably would have been better if they had like a Chargers or LA Chargers or LA Rams player, and I think the crowd would have been more into it, but they didn't care about Kittle. But yeah, that was a little random. But Pat McAfee came back, beat The Miz. I don't know why Lil Uzi was out there. We could have done without his performance. Moving on. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos. This match, just like Charlotte Flair, 10 out of 10 for me. Like I said, any match that's got telling a story, it's going to be a great match. And this match was on the same level. Great match. I mean, when you're watching these wrestlers and they're wrestling and they're like, and you're into it just like they're into it, it's a great match. Night one Saturday was great. You know, it was great. WrestleMania Sunday. First match, Brock Lesnar versus Omos. I tell you, with Omos being 7'3", 410 pounds, and Brock Lesnar's no little guy. He's like 6'3", 2 something, and he looked like a child compared to Omos. That was crazy. I didn't really have a winner for that one. I think Brock Lesnar won, which was cool. You know, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Shotzi and Natalya versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even think I really paid much attention to this match. Not because it was boring or whatever, because I think I had company. I didn't even really choose who was going to win this match, who I thought was going to win. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler ended up winning. The Intercontinental Championship triple threat match. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Gunther. One word. Fire. I thought that match would never end. That was crazy. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And honestly, I thought, first of all, I didn't think Gunther was going to win at all. But I didn't know who to pick between Drew McIntyre or Sheamus, and then Gunther ended up winning anyway. So there's that. The Raw Women's Championship: Bianca Belair versus Asuka. I just want to say, I didn't find this out. Of course, we all didn't find this out until after WrestleMania. But first of all, the little girls at the entrance, at Bianca's entrance, they were awesome. It was great. It was cute. But for the contortionist, did I say that right? Contortionist, the main girl that was in the middle. My condolences to her. You know, if y'all don't know, that morning her mom passed away. That morning, and she still came out, put on a performance, and did awesome. She's stronger than I'll ever be. I can tell you that right now. I don't think that if I lost a parent or my mom that morning, I don't think I'd be much good. So my condolences to her. I didn't expect Bianca to win. I thought Asuka was going to win, but Bianca's still holding on to that title reign. And that was a great match. It didn't quite tell a story like Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley did, but nonetheless was still a great match. Oh man, impromptu match. Shane McMahon versus The Miz. So Shane made his return back. Okay. Alright, so Shane McMahon gets in the ring. Starts punching on The Miz. Swings Miz to the ropes. Shane does a leapfrog. When he comes down, he buckles. He tries to get up, falls right back down. I'm like, what is going on? Like, what? I'm thinking maybe like he's baiting The Miz, like oh, my legs hurt, and then bait him, and then roll up 1, 2, 3 or something like that. No, this man tore his quad and his leg. Jumped, came down on his leg, tore his quad, just like that. Just like that. Man, it's not funny, but what an unfortunate chain of events for Shane. I mean, the man, you could tell he was like hyped all the way down to the ring. He was hyped. He's always hyped when he comes to the curtain and then he goes to the ring, because when he gets on the mic, he's out of breath. That adrenaline. But man, that sucks for him. I mean, oh man, it sucks for him. Tore his quad, and then Snoop Dogg, being the GOAT that he is, and he's a WWE Hall of Famer for a reason. Being the GOAT that he is, he gets in the ring and he punches Miz. Hey, you alright, cuz? That's what he says to Shane. You alright, cuz? And then he looks at me, he's like, I know you didn't take out my man like that. He punched him again. And then proceeded to do the people's elbow. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, man. He saved WrestleMania. In that moment, he saved it. Because in a moment where like everything seemed it just stood still just for a moment because nobody knew what to do, he stepped in and kept the show going. Shout out! I give him his props. Hell in a Cell match: Edge versus Finn Balor. That match was okay. I felt like it could have been better. Considering knowing the history of the Hell in a Cell matches, there was nothing that really was awe-inspiring. Like it didn't make you go, it looked like a regular DQ match, a no DQ match. That's what it looked like a hardcore match. That's all it looked like. But I want to say I think it's because of when Edge threw the ladder at Finn Balor and it cut him. It cut him on the top of the head, and he started bleeding, and they stopped the match for a little bit. I think that kind of took the air out of the match as well, and I think it might have shortened the match due to that injury. I think they might have had more planned, but didn't want to risk Finn Balor getting his head split open and bleeding everywhere even longer, more in the match. That's just my opinion. But I will say 20 years ago, they probably would have still kept that match going. But I don't know. But I mean, I just think that injury kind of sucked the air out of the match. And that's probably why it was like it was. But I mean, it was okay. I think I want to say I think it could have been better, but I honestly think it was because of Finn Balor's injury that they cut it short. WWE Undisputed Universal Championship match: Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Now, y'all might not believe me when I say this. After all the things Cody Rhodes have been through, being in WWE, playing Stardust, leaving WWE, went to start another brand pretty much, AEW, and comes back and wants to finish the story, and hold the championship that his dad, nobody in his family, honestly, has never held. He wanted to finish the story, as he says it. With all of that, I knew Roman Reigns was still gonna win. Y'all might not believe me when I say that. But after the Royal Rumble, when we saw Cody Rhodes win the Royal Rumble, I told friends, I told coworkers, I said, honestly, I can see Roman Reigns retaining this title. Despite the rumors of him taking a break and, despite the Usos losing their championship, I knew Roman Reigns was still going to win. It was an absolutely great match. Just like Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, storytelling was awesome. Just like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Usos, storytelling, awesome. But in the end, Roman Reigns still reigns. His title reign is gonna get to 1,000 days. I'm pretty sure it will. I wasn't surprised when Roman Reigns won because I could see it happening. I could see, because WWE's all about drama. But it's also good when they throw a wrench in everybody's thoughts, because everybody, I don't say everybody, but majority of the people actually thought Cody Rhodes was going to win that match. And I had that feeling deep down that he was not. And he did. Which brings me to Raw after WrestleMania. I don't even have notes for this. Raw after WrestleMania. Raw after Mania. Hashtag Raw after Mania. Sucked. And you could tell the Raw after WrestleMania had Vince McMahon's fingerprints all over it. Even before it was announced, you could tell. Bobby Lashley and Ali. Why? There was no reason to have Bobby Lashley and Ali wrestling. Even if it was Ali popping up. Bobby Lashley was already mad because he didn't even have a spot on WrestleMania. Seth Rollins, he came out to the ring so the people can sing his song, only to come back from a commercial break and him just walk back to the back. Now, there was a video of when it went to commercial break and Seth Rollins was told by somebody ringside that his segment had been cut. So he goes back to the back. Damage Control comes out without Bayley. Where was Bayley? Bayley also sent a tweet out. I think it said something about a love story coming to an end, and she said bye. That was a cryptic message. Now the whole Bad Bunny and the Judgment Day thing, that was the only thing that kind of made sense, because Bad Bunny got involved with Rey Mysterio's match with Dominic. So I could see that. And then they're just probably setting up, because Backlash is going to be in Puerto Rico. Damian Priest is Puerto Rican. Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican. So they're just setting up for that match. So that's the only thing that really made sense to me. Brock Lesnar turning heel at the end of the show. So we went from Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns and Solo to no main event. At least have the main event, have the match, and then do whatever you got to do. But instead, and it looked weird, because when do WWE ever announce wrestlers? They normally announce them coming to the ring, but when it's a championship match, they stand in the ring. The announcer announces them one by one individually. When did they ever start doing that? Announcing wrestlers individually in a non-championship match. Last night they did. That right there was a red flag. It should have been a red flag. It wasn't called. I didn't catch it until this morning. I thought about it. And then there was no call-ups from NXT. The only person that really returned was Matt Riddle. No Randy Orton. And that's the one I've been waiting on. Still no Big E. Raw after Mania had Vince McMahon's prints all over it. Now, we still got hope for SmackDown. We'll see what happens on SmackDown. But if WWE keeps going like the way it's going now, then they're in big trouble. Triple H stepped in. He stepped in and repaired all the damages that Vince McMahon had made. And now Vince McMahon is back to run WWE in the ground. WWE Raw is supposed to be coming to Greensboro in May, and SmackDown in Raleigh in July. Honestly, I don't even know if I want to go, and that's sad to say. Because if Triple H is running the show, I'll go. But if Vince is back running the show, man, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't want to be disappointed. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I need y'all's opinions and feedback. I think WWE is going down the drain with Vince McMahon behind the wheel. He needs to just leave it alone. Triple H was doing better than he was, and now he's back to F it all up again. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all pray for WWE because they gonna need it.